Hey guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an almost full-faced first impressions. I picked up, I think, 7 new products that I'm going to try out for you today. 2 of them are from the Makeup Geek line at Target that was just recently launched. And then I have a couple of other products, so if you're interested in that, keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, I picked up 2 products from the Makeup Geek and Target line. I also grabbed a couple products from Makeup Revolution, including a setting spray, the baking powder, the new Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, and then 2 lip products, the Revlon Cushion Lip Tint, and then the Milani Amore Shine lip color. So I'm gonna try all of these out. Let's get started applying my makeup. And then I'm just gonna set my foundation. Okay, I feel like that looks pretty good. Yeah, it's not really like sinking into my fine lines. It doesn't look really powdery on my skin, which is nice. So far I do like it. Let's do the rest of my makeup and then we'll see how everything else lays on top of it. Oh, one more thing is I did want to mention that this doesn't really have a scent. One of my favorite powders, the Coty Airspun powder, smells so strongly, but this doesn't really have a scent. The next 2 products I'm going to use are from the Makeup Geek at Target line. I have a bronzer and a highlighter. I have never used anything from Makeup Geek, so I was really excited when I saw that they were launching a line at Target. Most of the products were already sold out at the Target I went to, so I got my hands on 2 products out of the 5. And the first one is this highlighter. I think the packaging is stunning, and then it just has the MG on it, and then the back just has the shade name. And then it does have a nice size mirror, and this is the bronzer shade. This says that it's for medium skin tones. They did have, I believe, 3 shades, and this one just seemed to look the most like what I would use, even though I wouldn't usually consider myself a medium skin tone. I'm pretty light, but it is about to be summer and my skin does tan quite a bit. So I'm going to use this with my Real Techniques sheer powder brush, and I'm just going to pick some up. Okay, this is super pigmented right off the bat, so I definitely wouldn't have to build this up, which is nice. A lot of bronzers, I find that I have to keep dipping in to get enough product. This definitely has some color payoff. I don't know why I always smell things. This does not have a scent either that I can smell. It's going on really nicely and it looks good on top of my foundation and powder. I also really like that this shade isn't super warm toned. It's not really cool toned either. It's like the perfect neutral shade. So you could contour with this if you wanted to, but you can also just warm up your skin and make it look like you got some time in at the beach. That added some warmth and dimension to my skin really easily. It blended out really nicely, and I think that it looks really good on the skin so far. So now I'm just going to go in with my Lorac Blush really quickly, and then we will do the highlighter. The highlighter shade I got from this collection is in the shade Nightlight. It has the same packaging as the bronzer does, so I just think it's really pretty, and this is what it looks like. Again, it has that same mirror, and it's a really nice golden shade. So it looks like it's going to be really, really glowy and pretty. I'm going to go in with this Luxie brush. Okay, this is super, super glowy. Wow. I really like the shade. It's definitely golden. The options that they had, the other one looked like it'd be a little bit too dark to use as a highlighter on my skin. And then the third one was a pink shade, and I just don't really like pink highlighters on me, so I decided to go with this one, and I really, really like it so far. Per usual, I'm going to go in and set my face and then blend it back out with my EcoTools sponge. So I picked up this setting spray from Makeup Revolution. This is the Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. So we're gonna test this out. I'm wondering how the sprayer is gonna be. Okay, it definitely sprays in like bigger droplets. It's not as fine of a mist as some of the others that I've used, but it doesn't have, I don't have like drops ruining my makeup right now. This smells really familiar, like a childhood craft that I did. I don't know if it's like that like paste glue that you had as a kid or what it is, but it definitely reminds me of something from being a kid. So if you've used this, let me know down below if you know what I'm talking about. It must be one of the ingredients, but I have no idea. So yeah, so far it didn't ruin my makeup. I don't like it as much as some of the other ones just because it wasn't as fine of a mist, but all of my makeup blended back out gorgeously and I think it worked well. We'll see if it actually keeps my makeup on longer. The other products that I have to try out are a mascara and a lip product, so I'm gonna go ahead and do most of my eye makeup and then I will be right back. All right, I put some eyeliner on and I just threw some bronzer in my crease. We're gonna go in with mascara and I'm gonna try out the new Maybelline Total Temptation. This packaging feels really lightweight, like it's plasticky, but not only plastic, it feels very light. And this is what the wand looks like. It just, I don't know, nothing special, I guess. We will see how it actually performs. So I just curled my lashes. So this is a pretty wet formula. Like every time I move the wand, it's getting a lot of product onto my lashes. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes it can make your lashes look really, really clumpy. So we will see. I'm gonna do 2 coats like I normally do with every single mascara I ever try. This might be one of those mascaras like the YSL one was for me, that I like it more after like a week or so of it being open. Not open all the way, obviously, like not unscrewed, but just like you open it once and some air gets in it and then over time it will dry out naturally. And so sometimes with really wet formulas, if you let them sit for like a week, they become like the perfect consistency. So we will see if that's the case with this one. It almost looks like it's making my lashes straighter. Like I just curled them and they're already looking kind of straight. So I'm gonna let this first coat dry before I go in with my second coat, and I'm going to try out a new lip product. I've wanted to get my hands on these forever. I just found them finally in my Ulta. They are the Revlon Cushion Lip Tint, and this is in the shade Pretty Kiss. What I'm gonna say about this is I was looking at swatches online and looking at the outside cover. Nowhere in here can you see what the inside of it looks like, and it had that plastic covering over it. So and then when I opened it, the cushion was completely white, and so I did release the product. I don't know, because I haven't used it again. I used this once. I put it on in the parking lot when I was still there, but I haven't actually used it with other makeup on. But the actual color is not exactly like this. Like if you look online at the swatches, the colors don't match what the outside packaging looks like. So it's pretty deceiving. If you're gonna buy them in store, I would definitely say look online at the swatches before you choose the color that you wanna get. Anyway, this is the color Pretty Kiss, and it just has this sponge tip, and the product comes out of there, and then you can just apply it to your lips. And I don't think it's supposed to be super precise either. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a lip stain, something that you can wear on the go. And I was between a few shades, and I'm glad I picked this one up because I actually really, really love the shade. It feels really smooth on the lips. It's not gritty at all. It's not sticky. It's like very much like moussey almost. Well, I'm gonna see how it dries down. I'm gonna wait for my lashes to dry. I'll do another coat of mascara, and then I will see how this is working. I don't think it's gonna be something that's transfer proof. I think that it might dry down and maybe it's more of like a stain or just, I don't know, a balm or something. I have no idea, but I do really like this color. Okay, I just curled my lashes again, and I'm gonna go in with a second coat of that mascara. And if you're curious about how my lash routine and like how I curl them after I do my first coat, I will link my full video up here of what my lash routine is. I've been doing this for probably like 3 years, the exact same routine. and it really works for me. Also, I'm obsessed with this mirror from the Tarte and Aspen palette. The mirror is gigantic and it is just so good to do your makeup in. I actually did a full video on this palette as well if you are curious to know my thoughts on it. I did swatches, a demo, the whole deal. So I will link that in the cards as well. Okay, so this is the full finished look. I actually did also pick up this Milani lippy. It is the Amore Shine liquid lip color. This is in the shade 10 Enchanting, and I think that this is like a liquid lip, but it's also shiny. It's not a matte liquid lip. So I can't decide if I want to put this on because I really like the shade that's on me. Oh, I guess, okay, before I do that, I want to just talk about the Revlon one. I think it's dried down as much as it's going to dry down. It's still very, it's like a sheen. It's not so much shiny or glossy. It still feels very comfortable and moussey. Like I can move my lips around. They're not matte or stuck. It's not sticky. I think it's just one of those lippies that I'm going to end up throwing in my bag. This will be like an on-the-go lip that I can put on. It's not going to be super precise because the applicator is not really precise. And I personally like that. It's not a big hassle and it's not something I'm going to have to worry about all day. I don't think that it's going to be transfer proof. Oh, it's really not that much transfer, but that's probably because of what the color is. So let me just do a swatch on my hand of the actual color. I mean, I guess that could have come off on my hand a lot more than it did. But yeah, I actually really love this. I'm excited about it, and I actually saw that they're on sale on Ulta's website. They weren't in store, so I paid full price. I think I'm gonna go online and grab a couple more. Okay, now let's go in with this lippy from Milani. The applicator actually is curved, and so it kind of like hugs your lips. It's actually really comfortable. It actually feels like a regular lipstick, like in a stick, but melted down. It still feels, it doesn't feel really glossy. It feels like a cream. It's very interesting. It actually, I think it is just like a regular lipstick melted down and liquefied. I really love the formula so far. This again is not gonna dry down. This is kind of how it's gonna stay. But I don't like this shade on me. I'm not a big like super pink lip kind of girl. So I am going to take this off. But I do want to test out a couple other shades from this collection. I just picked this up yesterday, and there weren't all of the shades in the display that I saw. If they have a nude shade in there, then I will probably pick that one up, because we all know I love my nude lips. Okay, well that's still a little bit more pink than it was before, but that's okay, we will deal. Okay, let's talk about all of the other products that I used today. Usually when I test out a bunch of new products, or when I buy a bunch of products, there's quite a few that I don't like. So today, first up, I tried out that powder from Makeup Revolution. I actually really like the way that it sat on my skin. I hate the packaging. I think it's terrible. I would say you would definitely want to find another way to use this. I'm going to transfer it into my Laura Mercier because I'm basically out of this. So once I finish up the last couple uses of that, I will transfer this into there. But I'm sure that you can buy sifting compacts online, so you could just put this in a different one. But again, you'll end up buying another product to use this product, and I just feel like it should come in packaging that's ready to use. And this is just, in my opinion, the way that I apply powder with like a really big fluffy brush, this is just not practical. So besides the packaging, I really like the actual product inside. Next are the two Makeup Geek products, and I really loved the bronzer. I love the packaging of it. I think that it's really solid. This is from Target, but it's not, none of the Makeup Geek products are super affordable, which is a little confusing because I always thought that Makeup Geek was a very affordable brand, and these were I think $20 and $21. I can't remember which one was which. I believe the bronzer was $21 and the highlight was $19, right? I think, or like $19.99, I don't know. So you're not gonna get a super, super affordable product out of the Makeup Geek products, but I really loved this. It blended out so easily, and I just think the color was really perfect for me. I think this is a good shade that you will be able to bronze or contour your face with. So highly recommend this. I also really like that they came out with multiple shades, because a lot of companies will just have one bronzer shade and think that it's universal for everybody. So I appreciate that they did come out with 3 shades of this bronzer. And then the highlighter, I really love this. I think the glow is crazy on my skin. It's a really pretty golden color. This one is in the shade Nightlight again, and I do still have it swatched on my skin. So loved both of these. Very highly recommend both of them. I will link them down below along with everything else that I talk about. Then I tried out the Makeup Revolution setting spray. This was not my favorite. It had like that weird smell that I couldn't recognize, like from my childhood. I don't remember what it was, but I think that this was not as fine of a mist as other ones that I've used, even other ones from the drugstore. So this was kind of like an like I'll probably use it, but it's not my absolute favorite one. I really like the Milani one, and I like that one better than this one. So I'll link that one down below as well. Next, I tried out the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. This is a new mascara. The packaging is pretty. I love the like peachy blush color, but it's very cheapy feeling. It's really lightweight and plastic. I feel like my lashes look a little bit clumpier than they normally do, but it's very pigmented, very, very black, and it did still lengthen my lashes. I just feel like they look a little bit clumpier, and I had to like really curl them for a long period of time to get the curl to stay. So there's tons of other ones from the drugstore that I recommend over this one, including this one that I have in front of me, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I love this one. So I would say pick this one up before you pick up the Maybelline one. And then lastly, the 2 lip products. I love this, the Revlon, I said that really weird, the Revlon Cushion Lip Tint. This is again in the shade Pretty Kiss. I really like this. I think that if you want something that's precise or that's gonna stay all day, then pass on this. But if you just want something that's really low maintenance that you can apply throughout the day and not worry about, I would say grab this. And then the Milani Amore Shine Liquid Lip Color, and this one is in the shade 10 Enchanting. I really like the pigmentation, the formula, and the applicator and the packaging. I think all of that is gorgeous, but the shade for me was just not my cup of tea. So I think that I'll go back and choose another shade, but the formula is really good. So if you can find a shade that would work for you, I definitely recommend picking this up. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you in some way. Let me know down below if you have any video requests for me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.